It is the end of the morning session of day 8 of the state versus Hannah Gutierrez. And this morning, we had the one witness who was the woman from craft services who said Hannah Gutierrez handed her a Ziploc baggie with a small green Ziploc baggie inside it and said, "Can you hold this for me?" And then later was texting her, "Can I get my stuff?" And then on cross-examination, "Can I get my things?" That woman is a recovering addict and said, "I knew that this was cocaine and I threw it away in the trash in the hallway of the hotel." The defense on cross-examination said, "But you don't know for sure it's cocaine." She goes, "No, I don't know for sure. I thought that's what it was, but I'm a recovering addict. I didn't want anything to do with it. Threw it away. It's stuff I've seen before. Didn't want to do it." But the state never had that tested. So the evidence the state has as to the evidence tampering charge is the lovely woman from craft services saying, "She handed me a thing. I thought it was this. I threw it away." I don't think that's enough to fly. We'll see what this judge is going to do. I think that charge should be dismissed on the motion to dismiss when the state rests their case. Then the state recalled a witness to introduce some additional photos before they got to who I think will be their last witness, Seth Kinney. So far, his answers have been somewhat wandering, over-explaining, and evasive. It's not been easy to follow testimony, but his core testimony in his direct examination was that he never provided any live ammo to the set of Rust, and started talking about how Hannah Gutierrez's dad was working on this other set and the ammo could have gotten mixed in and given back to Hannah, and Hannah would have brought it onto set. So that is really the heart of his testimony. The prosecution did not ask him if he had a plea deal, and so far the defense has not asked him if he's had an immunity deal. Like, you agreed to give testimony. He might not actually have an immunity deal because we're got at least halfway through cross-examination and we've heard nothing about it. We've heard about invoices and text messages and the fact that he wanted Hannah fired off this set, which was alleged in the civil lawsuit, but we've heard nothing about immunity. Will we see that after lunch? I don't know. I thought the defense would bring it up first, and they sure didn't. This afternoon, we ended up with a kind of wah-wah cross of Seth Kinney and a video expert who enhanced some of the photos to show that maybe the primer was more silver because the state used it early in their case. And then they had the lead detective back on the stand to try to ask questions that couldn't be testified to and to say, "The defense attorney called me a lot too." Today it seemed like a waste of time for the state. These were not their strongest witnesses. They should have gone out on the civilian witnesses and they should have planned these witnesses earlier. I don't know if they could do that. Expert schedules could be really difficult. Scheduling witnesses is quite frustrating and can be quite hard to do. But these are not the witnesses I would end my case on, surely. But sometimes you have no choice. The closing is going to have to tie all these things together. The state did not go out with a bang as they wrapped their case. The defense is going to need to make their motion to dismiss because the state still hasn't proved the tampering with evidence charge at all. It should get kicked. I don't know if this judge will do it. I'll be frustrated if she doesn't. I hope we'll get to see those arguments. We might not get to see those arguments in the morning. For deep dives into the stories that I covered here, you can find them on my YouTube channel at The Emily D. Baker and The Emily Show podcast. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday. The podcast goes live on Wednesdays. And if you want to stay in the loop with everything I'm doing, receive the fastest notifications out there, and get more Law Nerd community, join me at lawnerdapp.com, our free app for iOS and Android.